I'm gonna be honest. This was kind of a difficult chapter for me. In 2020, um, our family's authority structure kind of changed. Right, my dad was definitely the authority figure in our family, and he died of cancer when he was 59. And I had not yet. I was still developing. I was 19 or 20. I think I was 20. And so it was difficult, and it was difficult for all the kids in our family, and my mom, right? And so our authority structure changed, right? My mom had to take on a larger role of authority in our family, um, and then also I'm once divorced. I got married really young. We weren't married very long. Um, and so family is a difficult topic for me, right? Because there's a lot of people that I consider family, and some people that I consider family that don't consider me family. And family's weird that way, right? Um, and so it was kind of a tough read. Um, I think it's funny we talk about a lot of my thoughts about. I understood a lot of, especially when we were talking about family structures, right? We were talking about family of origin, family descent, and all these things. And a lot of these terms I knew, but had a slightly broader meaning in my mind, right? Um, and I realized that a lot of the things and people that I consider family are family of choice, and they always have been, right? Like I have a friend that's been my best friend since I was 2 years old, and I view him differently than any other friend that I have, right? And so he is 100% him and his family is can everybody in my family considers them just a part of the family, right? We've all known each other since we were kids, and so I don't treat him any differently than I treat any of my brothers or sisters, right? Um, Sorry, I'm just holding on here. Um, Sorry, I'm also scrolling to the section I wanted to talk about so I could talk about it better. I really liked talking about rituals, right? I think that there's so many things inside a family that are considered rituals that we don't even think about, right? It could be as simple as the way there's big rituals where it's like this is a thing that we do on this day during Christmas because of a family member or something like that. But then there's also norms, which is like I growing up, the norm was that the boys showered at night, right? And so I've been a night shower my whole life, and it wasn't until I met my wife that she was like, "Well, it's not weird that you shower at night, but it's weird that that's why you shower at night." And I was like, "I don't." We had a small house. We had 2 showers and 10 people, so I don't like. I didn't have a. That was when the boys showered. Um, it also reading this and talking about like it's funny. I grew up in a family where I don't think anything was ever off limits to talk about. Um, Maybe setting affected that, right? But if we were at home, anything was on the table, even if it was considered rude, right? Anything like I'm not saying that's healthy, but I never felt scared to say anything to anyone in my family, including my parents. They were really like, my dad was obviously the authority in our family. We understood that. There was some level of respect to him as the head of our house, but I was never scared to say anything to him, even if it was mean. Which is, I mean, that's just how I was raised, and I kind of want to raise my kids the same way. I don't want my I don't want my kids to ever be afraid to come to me with something, even if it's something that may offend me, because I'd rather just hear it. But I mean, I think we take for granted communication with our family members, um, especially if you had healthy communication with your family members, and I think that I did. Um, and when I lost that, I understood very quickly how fickle family is, how difficult it can be to make up for what is lost when you lose that communication. Anyway,